Hey guys, good afternoon. We have a special guest joining in today, our new friend Seema, who is here to talk about menstrual health. She's been doing a lot of innovation activity. We had few guests or friends who joined us earlier about women's health, menstrual health. What is the hygienic way, and what is the healthy way of switching to eco-friendly way of managing women health. So, she is also doing that. I think we need a lot of women who can actually do this and, educate further more women, because it's not about, I mean, we have different classes of society, in India. And we need people at every level who can, bring in this education so that, we have more people who are switching to this eco-friendly way, healthy way of managing women health. So Seema is basically focusing on menstrual health for women, and she's done a lot of activities. She's also designed her own cup, and which is helping people around. So maybe Seema, आप बताइए, how did you get into this as a passion? Why did you feel that there are more people who are required to educate people, and how many lives have you transformed through this particular journey or through your passion? So over to you.
Mm, Thank you, Ravi. Initially, I started my just as a mom part, but after 20 years of my marriage, and I had done my BSc in botany, so I was always connected with mitti and podhe and all those.
Mhm.
So it was that thing that I wanted to do something, but because of my family part and all, I had kept those things aside. And when my son was in 10th standard, he felt that yeah mama you do everything, but still he was missing something, some identity of his mom, rather than just telling his friends that she is just a housewife. So I started thinking about that. Then I did my masters in social work after 20 years of my marriage from IGNU. And yeah, I know it was a very big struggle for me to go again. Telling boys to learn was a different thing, but learning for somehow for ourselves was a different thing. But luckily, I cleared it at its first attempt, and then after having the degree of masters in social work, going for volunteership with someone with other organization was a different thing for me, because that satisfaction was not there. So I started my own NGO with my parents, my son, my few of my friends, and rather than thinking of any other option, I thought of going with environment. So my first project was avoid plastic carry bags, and that is I asked for the old used saris, dupattas, and blouse piece which are just kept with us in our cupboard, which are just going from one hand to the other. So I started stitching cloth bags from them, and we started distributing them. So it's been 5 years with this project. So near about 30,000 plus we have distributed. We don't sell it, we just gift it away. So if you have any gift, it becomes valuable. You don't go and buy that thing. So we use it. So when we use one bag, we say no to many plastic bags in a month, in a year, or whatever the span is. And while working on this, I read an article in June 2016, and it was about a story of a cup. And that cup was something very innovative or different for me. Then I searched for it for 2 months because I was not comfortable going online and buying something which I was ready to spend, but I was just having a question mark what exactly the product will be. So I wanted to have it in my hand, check it out, and then confirm that I'm going to use it or not. So I got it after 2 months, and then I started using it, and since June 2016 I'm with the cup, and that cup is something very different. It gave a turning point in my life, and then it was no looking back to the sanitary napkins, because it was a guilt to throw away those sanitary napkin in a basket. So that was something, and I started telling my friend WhatsApp and social media was the best option to explain friends, and in that way I started. And since Jan 17, I started telling this in the group of peoples or
Mhm.
schools or colleges or wherever I got the platform. And while working on this, it was that one class of our society doesn't reach the internet marketing, online marketing. So it was waste of time and energy when I used to tell these people. So somebody who is working in Silicon from last 40 to 50 years, he said we can try this product. And I was having few cups with me. Some were gifted, some I bought it for myself. And I just tried to have one design, and since Feb 2017 we came with this cup. So a title comes behind my name, a designer of Rutu cup. And while talking about cup as a menstrual cup, many people don't spell it properly, so I gave it a Marathi name, Rutu cup. Rutu means season. So
Rutu.
it became easy to understand. And since then, I have near about 2000 plus users with Rutu Cup only. Others, I don't know the count because we don't have that data and all, because many online options are open, and if they know the concept, they go and buy for them. I just explain how to choose it and how to use it comfortably. So it's their choice. So with my team, I am happy. So that is my journey, and till today, it's all this thing.
Super. It takes guts to basically talk about such things, educate people, uh, tell that I'm working on this area. So, very uncomfortable discussion still, unfortunately. But you've been, doing it very boldly, very strongly. I've seen your, social media posts and how you're comfortably educating people about it. It takes guts, Seema, to do some of these things, and you've been doing it very nicely, subtly, and you don't mind holding these things and showing a picture. I think any other people, I've seen other people do in a similar line. They basically also hesitate to, the photograph would be somebody else's. I mean, and then the cup would be somewhere else. So yeah, I think
It's just the experience to share, and it
true.
is such a natural thing that when we explain it, it is just the dust which we have in our eye, we remove it. We take a cotton bud, we clean our ears. It's same
It,
as natural, but it is only in a month, and it's that cleansing process, and many people are scared about the blood. So I think these all factors made so many stigmas and taboos behind that. But when you explain how natural it is and how necessary it is, then they understand. So it is just a experience sharing thing, and just checking the person who is there in front of you. If you talk in the language which the person is comfortable in front of you, it becomes very easy to explain all these things.
So true. So where are you focusing? Are you focusing in colleges, schools where you can start educating them at that childhood level, or yeah, are you doing workshops at a larger scale?
I focus on the menstruating women, and they are all over. So it's not necessary to focus on any part specifically. It's that thing, if a woman or a girl is menstruating, she must know about this option, and she must be stepping ahead and being comfortable with this.
So so what are your current projects right now during pandemic? Everything is locked down. You might not have options to like go out and do workshops. So are you also participating in online workshops to educate, continue your passion and of educating women?
Yeah, many people nowadays are connecting as we are connected now, the same way. And mostly I work from home, because being first priority as a mom, my younger one was in 10th last year, so I had to concentrate over there. And most of the thing, thanks to the social media, WhatsApp video call and chatting and all, it helps. So it becomes, even if we are in any corner of the world, it becomes very easy to explain. So continue being on the phone and WhatsApp call and all, it helps. So I don't think that this quarantine period have gave me any difference in my working space and all. It's only thing that the courier process was stopped for few months, but now since June it again started, so I'm back.
Okay, back to action. Okay. So, how was your entrepreneur journey? This is more of education and, letting people know. But otherwise, did you learn anything as an entrepreneur in this entire journey?
I'm a social entrepreneur, and
But
I'm just a mediator person to provide the product. So I'm a basically designer one. So whatever the product I help with the user, I just have to pay to the manufacturer. So I basically is not with the tag of the entrepreneur properly. Yes, but I'm a social entrepreneur. So I'm happy with this, and it's going on.
good. Very, very nice thought process, because at a certain age, at a certain level, a lot of people don't look for additional money, but they look for sustainable education where the project continues. Doesn't have a halt or a break anytime.
Yeah,
Pretty
and
good.
after a time span of your life, we have to give back to our society something or the other. So it's my target that I had planned that after 40 years, I'll be giving something back to the society. And luckily, I found my way and I'm happy with it.
Super. So nice of you. Not everybody does this. So good thought process. So anything else you want to mention before we get into rapid fire questions and know you well?
Yes, I would like to show what exactly the menstrual cup is, because
Yes, please.
people only know the word menstrual cup, but they don't know exactly how it is and how it works. So I would just like to show the technical part, how we wear it and how we remove it and what all the things. In the questions they can connect with me, but I'll just show. This is the menstrual cup.
Mhm.
This is the silicone medically graded material which is made up of platinum silicon. This cup I am having, but we should go with a proper silicon cup,
Okay.
because in market you get many different variety which are made up of TPE somewhat, that is thermoplast elastomer, but that is a combination of rubber and plastic. So I think we should avoid that. We should properly go with a silicone cup, a cup which is having pores. Here on the ridge you have few pores,
Mhm.
and that helps to hold it inside when you wear it in your body. And initially when you are going with the concept of the cup, I specifically suggest that you should go with a cup having a stem. So this is the model, vagina and uterus model. This is our vagina and the cup sits over here
Okay.
in this manner in our body. So we have this much of space where the cup can sit in our vagina. Normally 5 to 7 inches of vagina every individual have. So we don't have to worry that इतना बड़ा cup अंदर कैसे जाएगा. It has that much of space. It sits properly. This is the cervix point and this is the vaginal canal. So the cup sits over here and it collects the blood. It doesn't have any hole. It is packed below there. So it collects the blood, whatever the menstrual fluid is there, it collects over here. And normally in the whole cycle, we normally bleed for 50 to 60 ml. And this cup is normally we get 15 to 20 ml of capacity of the holding capacity of the cup it is. So we don't have to worry that this small cup can hold that much of flow. And we know that in our 4 to 5 days cycle we bleed hardly 1.5 day or two excessively, and the normal rest of the time for third, fourth, fifth day is a slow one, a low
Good
blood flow.
reading this. Yeah.
So we don't have to worry much. Normally when we are going for washroom after 3 to 4 hours of span, we can just remove the cup, wash it, and
Listen.
use it again. And in the low flow day you can have the cup for 8 to 10 hours, not a big issue, because this cup is medically graded one which can be kept inside our body for hours. So it is
Fine.
just a few hours you have to take care of. In the heavy flow, just change the cup after 4 to 5 hours, and when you have the low flow, 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours is also okay, but don't forget to remove it and clean it up. because when you use the cup you completely forget that you are bleeding or you are under periods, because we don't feel it, we don't have anything, no pain, nothing, no bleeding, no staining part, so we completely forget that we are in the periods. So this sometimes happens that they forget that you have to remove the cup and clean it. So all these things matter. I'll just show few things how to fold the cup, because we have to hold it properly. Fold it. This is the punch down fold. One triangle is there inside. You can hold this cup in this way also and wear in the vagina.
Okay.
But when you use this fold and this holding pattern, when you wear it inside, your fingers will be troublesome over there. So the cup will tilt in this way while entering. So you have to hold the cup in such a way that your both fingers should be parallel to the stem. So what exactly happens? This helps the cup to enter very easily in your vagina. And when you release it, it opens and it sits there.
Yeah, this
So
is
it
important.
helps to cup to sit properly in your vagina. If you feel it is not open, you can just rotate it in one direction. So if any fold is there, the cup will open. While removing, you don't have to pull the stem. You have to pinch the cup at the bottom. Few lines are made which helps us to hold the cup. So when you pinch it, the air from the pores, it goes in and out and the pressure is broken and it releases the cup. So just we have to take care, don't pinch and pull the cup, pinch it over here at the bottom and remove it. Whatever the blood is collected in it, you just clean it with cold water or hot water. No soap or no detergent or no hand wash is necessary, never use it. Only cold water and hot water is okay. So we don't have to again spend money behind that. One cup you can use for years, that is 5 years, 10 years, it's a lifetime thing. But we have lots of option, and if your purse is heavy with the money thing, you can go for it, but it's not needed. So economically this is a beneficial option, and when one cup you are using, you don't have to throw anything, because when we think about the sanitary napkin which we have, the latest option what we get in the market, easily available thing, in a month normally 12 to 15 pads one person uses in a month. So if you think how they discard is, they just search for a paper, they wrap it in that, then polythene, then you tie that polythene twice, thrice, and you throw. So that becomes normally, because one sanitary pad is said to be equal to 4 one-time use and throw polythene bags. So just calculate how many plastic, the amount of plastic
Wastage.
you are throwing, and if it is in 1 month 12 to 15, if you take the count of 1 year, it becomes near about 145, 44 to 150. So just multiply the count, and normally in a whole lifespan, one lady goes from 40 to 45 years in this cycle. So imagine, multiple that count and think what trash is being created. So all this trash is coming to negligible one. And hygiene part, it's a silicone, and silicone is said to be hygienically
Hygiene.
safe, as it is a inert material, it doesn't react with any other. So even the menstrual fluid which is collected in the cup and the vaginal fluid outside the cup doesn't react with anything. So this becomes a hygienical part also. So I think this is the best option.
Yeah.
Second option, if the girl is there, and normally because of the virginity issue and all, the community which we are in, they don't allow the unmarried girls to use the cup. But technically if I explain, losing virginity with a cup is a different thing, and being sexually active is a very different thing. Losing virginity with that is a very different thing. Both the things are very
Different.
different, so we don't have to worry that using a cup loses your virginity. It's not as such. Yes, hymen can break, but that is a very different thing. And yes, if the girl is comfortable with her body after her periods have started, after 2 years or 2.5 years, I suggest if the girl can shift to the menstrual cup, it is okay, because she is used to her body and we have a flexible vagina, and nowadays girls have to run from here and there. So it's good that if somebody is there to guide them, they are comfortable using it and they can move on. So anything, whatever is comfortable with menstrual cup, it's okay.
So, as a husband, as a father, what are what are the things men should? I know how can men contribute to this particular mission of stopping or switching from sanitary pads to cups?
The main thing is your support.
Hmm.
If you support them, if you are behind them, I think everybody are very eagerly going to switch to this, because I have few no lots of examples are there. When the father see me somewhere in the ad or on TV, they just tell their daughters, "You just go and call this number and connect with this person and go for
Yeah,
it." So there are many examples with me since last 4 years. So the support matters.
true. So, good point. So, Seema, so shall we get into the rapid fire questions because we want to know you well?
Yeah.
So now you're talking and preaching about a subject. What was your favorite and least favorite subject in school?
Obviously, drawing and science.
Drawing and science were favorite or least favorite?
The favorite one. Least favorite was somewhat like maths and history.
Hmm.
I was just bored about those, keeping those dates in mind. But I never forget birth dates. I don't know why I was bored with those days, but I don't know. It was a boring one.
So what's your Sunday like? What do you do on Sundays?
Sundays, it's my day
Hmm.
normally, because everybody is at home, and it's the day where my husband helps me in the cooking. He's very good in cooking with non-veg, and I don't eat mutton and chicken, but he's very good in cooking, and my kids love it. So it's his day to go for it. So I just make the other things, and the half of the part is his, and I have my own time. If I have something, some appointments to go out and meet someone, it's my day. Every day is my day, but specifically I can mention about Sunday is this thing, because I feel, yes, I'm blessed with two sons. My elder one is 24 running, younger one is 17 running, and yes, the support means a lot.
Where are you from? What's your hometown and what is it famous for?
Dhulia, my native.
Hmm.
uh, it's in Khandesh, and it has basically, first, if you think about Dhulia, it's the Ekvira Devi, one mandir is there, big temple.
Okay.
And second most thing which I remember is the Rajwade Museum is there. So basically, that is the famous thing when you think about Dhulia.
Okay.
Now I have settled in Mumbai since last 10 years. So all over, because Mumbai is my birthplace.
Okay. What's the quote you live by? What is that one quotation you really motivates you or you feel that is my quote?
Let go.
Let go.
It becomes easy.
Hmm.
It really becomes easy. Rather than just holding something or the other, if you let go, it becomes very easy to move forward.
Personality like you who's like into educating people, educating women, and you're now the personality where people are watching you as to what are you up to because you've done some things differently in life. So whom do you watch? Whom do you admire and watch their videos and stuff like that?
Uh, that is not as such that I watch. It's my own experience, what I share with the people.
Hmm.
Because I believe that with this concept, what I am working is experience matters the most. And whom I have watched is my mom and few of my friends.
Hmm.
So that and my family. So that is what I watch them and just be with them. So whatever the guts and whatever the things are coming with me or and helping me to move ahead with this concept, I think their support means a lot to me.
Cool. So, do you also cry?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it's necessary, but it's very few people I go with, few of my friends who know that yes, I need them when I feel to cry. But yes, I'm a strong person in that. I mostly don't cry, but yes, sometimes it's needed. And then I have my friends who just help me to give their shoulders for that.
Most valuable or memorable high school or college days?
Mostly because whatever the connectivity with the friends I have, I am still connected with them since junior, senior, and all. So every school I was connected with, I am connected with those. So yes, all those memories are still. I don't have a single thing that yes I should share this. There are many. Connecting with them is the best part. Still connected with them.
No, no notorious things, naughty things during those days. मस्ती नहीं किया बिल्कुल.
Whatever it was,
Was it?
depending what it came, we enjoyed it. And we still get connected, we be somewhere or the other, and we still enjoy.
What you're doing right now are not part of those दादी जी के चुटके या नुस्खे. What do you call दादी जी के
Mm.
नुस्खे या
Mm.
चुस्के? What is that?
Nuske.
Nuske. Okay. So this is not part of it. But what is that one Dadi ji ke nuske which you really believe and you follow?
I just explain. Yeah, I follow is I never think anything. Even if I am in period, I don't think that I should not go and touch the temple or
Mhm.
anything. I don't have to touch here and there. I just ignore. As you have asked me this, I would like to share that while I was engaged, even that day I was in my periods. When I got married on that day too, I was in my periods.
It
When
doesn't matter.
I had Ganpati at me, even that time, twice I had just 5 years Ganpati at my place because my younger one wanted to experience all those things. So I said, okay, for 5 years we can manage, and I helped him. So I remember having my periods twice in those 5 years, and it's okay. I don't believe in that. If my dadi is telling all those things or anybody, but nothing happens. So I just tell that it's normal.
Yeah. But what is that nuske which you followed? That was the question. Okay. Not what you
Followed.
didn't
I
follow.
thought didn't follow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that was okay. That is also a good point which you brought up. So what is that Dadi ke nuske which you followed?
I don't remember as
You
such
don't know nuske?
because I was like, yes, every time. Why are you telling to carry me? So if it was favorable to me, okay, but
Good.
I don't remember as such.
Okay. So, what most beautiful lyrics that you've heard?
My favorite, तू जहाँ जहाँ चलेगा, मेरा साया वाला song, title song.
Wow. Which movie is that? I remember the
मेरा
song.
साया.
Mera Saya.
तू
Okay.
जहाँ जहाँ चलेगा, मेरा साया साथ होगा, मेरा साया, मेरा साया, मेरा साया. That's
Superb.
the
Uh,
first thing I remember. I still remember that I understood the lyrics from this song.
But I think the reason this song is this lyrics is most favorite is because your tone to the song suits so much. Basically, I think you like this particular song. Lovely, lovely. Thanks for singing this. Okay, so how do you overcome your fears?
Overcome my fears. Hmm, just trying for them. अगर है तो है, but I just try to check out with it. Even with a cup, when it was that, yes, wearing a cup inside your body was a scary part.
Hmm.
But trying for it and going with the comfortable part was overcoming it. The simple thing. And that helps me to help the others. When with the cup, it is the big scary part is that yes, we have to wear it inside our body. So this scary part, when I overcame my fear, I think this is helping me to help them. So just giving a try
Right.
for it, it helps to overcome the fear.
So true. So, has Seema any time got scared of ghosts?
No, I watch such movies and all, but never.
Never got scared.
Never I remember that uh, I just got up from the sleep and I no, nothing
हाँ,
like that.
तो ऐसा गोश्त पैदा नहीं हुआ जिसने सीमा को
No,
डराया.
हम खुद ही है तो शायद दुनिया डरे हमसे.
Good point. So nice knowing you, Seema. This was really nice. So then the final question: if you become the CM for entire tenure, what are the areas you would focus on? So you have a minute to answer this.
I'll cover the whole area where the menstruating women are there. I'll try to explain them. I'll ask my volunteers to go to each and every area and explain this concept about the sustainable options and tell them about the comfort and all. And I'll try to think that yes, it would be available for them, because availability with the sustainable options is very rare nowadays, so it should be made available easily. So I think, yeah, I'll cover that point first.
Do you think that banning sanitary napkins would actually create more awareness as to why? What are the other options? Like, many years I think government has spent educating, saying that don't use single-use plastic. Then unless it was reinforced with a ban and from the shopkeepers to the users and all that, until then people didn't realize okay, क्यों plastic ban किया जा रहा है. So don't you think that a similar thing should be done with sanitary pads where they're banned by the government? Then at least people
It
will
is
start
much
thinking
needed.
what is the alternative, and at least try it that way.
Yeah, it is much needed actually, because as per my knowledge, it is that, see, when you are using the sanitary napkins, it is the market going on, because they need per month. When you go with the sustainable, for few years they don't need to go and buy the other thing for them, right? If even if you think of the cloth pad, 3 to 4 years they can use the set of cloth pads. If the cup is there, you can use for years. So I think the market will be closed somewhere, so that may be troubling these people, these manufacturer, that उनका market कहीं बंद हो जाएगा. And उसके पीछे बहुत सारा काफ़ी चीज़ें आती है, but can't help.
Yeah.
And we are trying slowly and steadily.
Yeah, until unless government takes such initiative, bold steps, I think
It's
people will,
very
yeah,
necessary.
people will start harassing
Mm.
or spreading wrong rumors about these cups, whether they're not, they will do their bit to safeguard their market. So that
Yeah,
will
even
equally be
if
there.
we think about the sanitary pads, it took time to come to the market, because even it was that thing how to use it and the expensive part and all. The same thing maybe with cup and cloth pad, but yes, it will come someday. सुनहरा दिन आएगा हमारा भी.
Good. Nice talking to you, Seema. All the best with what you're doing. This is a bold step. I really like the confidence in which you're like able to demonstrate how it exactly works. And in front of me, and being a man, you're like able to comfortably talk about this and to the audience. So as I said earlier, it takes guts to do that. I really respect all the friends who've like been through the journey or supported you in the entire journey. Your friends, your family members, kids, your kids, because they know that mom is doing this, and this is the right way to educate the nation and the society to take it forward. So,
Yeah, because if you are telling me that you being a man, I think you are surrounded with many females over there, mom,
true.
sisters, wife, friends, and all. So it's not as such that you being a man, you are connected somewhere. So it's not a big deal to talk to any men in this.
True, I agree. So nice of you. So friends, do follow Seema, and if you're a father, you're a brother, if you're a husband, do check this option out, and it's worth it. It's worth to switch to cups. Worth trying it. Put that extra money and then buy this. If they're comfortable, they'll definitely switch to this. So do this extra step. Have this discussion across. Share this particular video where they can at least get. To see how it works and then try it across. So do this bit
I would
as
like
a man.
to
Yeah.
just a minute. I would like to show the cloth pads also. These are the cloth pads which are
Hmm.
used rather than cups also. If you are not initially comfortable with cup, this is the cloth pad, designer one. There are few folds inside
These
here,
are
and
basically
we have a
reusable.
preventive layer which holds, which helps not to stain. So this is used in such a way it can be wear holding it with the touch button with the panty, and after 4 to 5 hours you can just change it. So it's not a big deal to use cloth pad. पैडमैन आके बोल के गया कि गंदा कपड़ा ना यूज करो, नॉट कि कपड़ा ना यूज करो. If
True.
you check his definition and all, so kapda is good option if you take proper care. So when you use the cloth you have to clean it properly, soak it in cold water after using it for 20 to 30 minutes, and then remove the water, which drain out the water with the soap. Just clean it, but don't forget to dry it in
Right.
proper sunlight. So cloth pad is again the second sustainable option. I have few designs because I help the lower class people or whoever are interested in making their own cloth pads. Few are some like this. Whatever you saw, the layer is inside stuffing. Here, this is somewhere outside, so you can just fold it in this way, and you can wear this pad also. So I help people who wish to learn these cloth pads with videos and all, with whatever the material they have at home, like old bed sheets and all. Because if it is our material, we use it properly and we care for that, so it's not a big deal. We don't have to go and buy from outside. Only whatever we have to just utilize it in a proper way. So I help to make this cloth pads for our own. So this is the second option. So it's easy. Just check with the proper technique how to switch for that and how to use it.
Super. So, friends, if you're a woman and you also want to get associated with Seema ji, connect with her because she also needs people across India where you can pass on or do the similar thing what she is doing. With her help, she is ready to give the knowledge. She is ready to give education on the alternate options to the cups where you can design it. You can also encourage women who want to tailor or stitch this. Like a lot of people are stitching masks, so you can also drive this. Encourage women who are stitching these pads with the prescribed material which is suggested. So do that. There are a lot of options which I can see around this particular thing, which where everybody can contribute and make this happen. This is a mission, and each one of us can contribute to do it as men, as women, to make this sustainable, make this education spread across everywhere. So thank you, friends, for joining in. Thank you, Seema ji, for taking time out and giving these details in a very, I think, very subtle way, very nice way, where I don't think so anybody will forget. After this seeing this particular video.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you,
It
friends.
was
Do
really a
subscribe.
pleasure joining you.
Sorry.
It was really a pleasure joining you over
Yeah,
here.
thank you, Seema ji. Thank you, friends.